All right, we got more right triangle more right triangle trigonometry, part 2. Easy for me to say. More right triangle 2. A couple of different kinds of problems. One thing you got to learn. All right, there are some values that in trig we consider special angles, and they come from the special triangles you learned about in geometry. They're the 30, 60, 90 triangle and the 45, 45, 90 triangle. And you're going to see these values a lot as we go on through trig. And so my advice is, I'm going to give you a couple ways to do it tomorrow, but like I would memorize that section of that chart. The rest of the chart is just reciprocals of the first half, so you don't really need to know that second half. But this first side, we're going to use those numbers so often, it'd be your best interest to know those. Like I said, take a picture of that or something. Those are ones you do need to know. But I'll give you 2 or 3 ways to learn them tomorrow, or you can find your own way as far as that goes. All right. First kind of problem you're going to see tomorrow is going to say find the value of x for the right triangle. Now, it's all about where the x is and where the other side you have. So I'm looking at that 30-degree angle right there. And first of all, that's the 30-degree angle, which is on the last chart. But if I look beside that, that's the adjacent side. That's the hypotenuse. Something an adjacent hypotenuse. Oh, that's cosine. So we'll do cosine 30 is adjacent over hypotenuse. Now, if you know that chart, you know that cosine 30 is really square root of 3 over 2. And that's going to equal x over 8. Then you can just cross multiply that way, 8 on 3, and just divide by 2, and you get 4 on the square root of 3. Right? And that's how big that side right here is, which would be the longest side, by the way, of that triangle. Now, another way to do it, which you're about to see in a second, is you could just do cosine 30. I shouldn't show you this yet. You could do, to get the x by itself, because it's divided, I'm going to multiply both sides times 8. So we get 8 times cosine 30. You could take your calculator and punch in 8 times cosine 30. And it's going to give you this value, 6.93, which, by the way, is a decimal approximation of what that is. So the same answer. One way we knew the value of cosine 30, the other way we didn't. We could use a calculator. Okay, and finally they're going to say, okay, use a calculator to solve triangle ABC. And what they mean by that is they want you to find everything that's missing. And here's what's missing. We don't know angle B. I'm going to put capital there for B. We don't know little side A. We don't know little side C. Okay, so we got to find all those. Now, what we do know is we know B is down here, and we know that angle right there is 28. Now, hopefully you know from geometry that if you take all 3 angles in a triangle and add them all together, you get 180. So, and by the way, if that one's 90, that means the other 2, A and B, have to be added to be 90. So if A is 28, that means big B is going to be 62 degrees. There's one answer right there without doing any trig whatsoever. Now, let's see if we can find the A. The A is opposite of the 28. Now, what I know is the adjacent. So I'm thinking opposite over adjacent. Opposite. Hey, that's tangent. So I'm going to do tangent 28 degrees is opposite over adjacent. Now, just like a minute ago I showed you on the calculator, to get the A by itself, I'm going to multiply both sides by 15. So I get 15 times tangent 28. If I punch that in and multiply that, I'm getting like 7.98 for my A. Okay, then I need to find my C. And again, this is at 15 is the adjacent side. That's the hypotenuse. I'm thinking adjacent over hypotenuse, adjacent. That's cosine. So if I do cosine 28 and do adjacent over hypotenuse, which is C, I can find my C. Now, this time the C is in the denominator. So if I multiply both sides by C, I get C times cosine 28 equals 15. So C is going to equal 15 divided by cosine 28. And if I punch that in my calculator, I'm getting 16.99, almost 17. So there's side C, 16.99. Then we found side A, we found big B. So when they say solve the triangle, they want you to find everything that's missing inside the triangle. All right, that's all we're doing. We're going to do find one missing part, and then we're going to solve the whole triangle tomorrow. Ought to be fun. See you then.